Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go now. Henry, Mike, number 53. Mike, 50.
Throwing on first down. King. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, King. Amendola's got it, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Mike 55. Mike 55.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. Derrick Henry. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special runs in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Henry. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. Now Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's King. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. A 1st down carry for Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tavon Wilson up to make the tackle. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. They'll run on 1st down. Henry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They run here with Stewart. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught by Montgomery. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal. Oh, they They flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Lions will take over. Well, there's two sides here. I guess you could pinpoint and look at the offense and say, oh, man, what a disaster. Hey, the defense, though, they came through.
Preparation's the key to everything. And when you're on the defensive side of the ball and in special teams meetings, you prepare for plays like this. And in this case, they were actually able to win it.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. To throw is King. To throw on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Henry. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Montgomery, they'll run for it. They find some open field here. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, it's Henry.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On 3rd down, Henry. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight. Maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Henry, and tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Now Montgomery, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Henry. Powering his way forward and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. This is Henry. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. On 2nd down now. It's Henry, and he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st. They'll run with Henry. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They'll buy some time right. And it'll be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. Interception return for a Lions touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on, baby. Let's go. Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we've seen drive after drive come up empty for them, and they've yet to dent the scoreboard, yet still right in the middle of a one-score game.
So this is where you absolutely have to forget everything that's happened in your previous drives. They don't matter right now. You just mentioned it. One-score game. This drive here can erase all of what happened previously.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's where this crowd can really help make things difficult. It's 3rd and 3. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Agnew now to return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, 76 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Again, it's Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And Jeffrey's got it. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff to Henry. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll run it again with Henry. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for 1st.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Under 10, 10. 49, check 49, check 49.
On 3rd down, Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. He's got the first down and more inside the 40, and finally brought down at the 31-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, it's Henry. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago! Derrick Henry, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Extra point good by Catanzaro, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and it's 3rd down.
53, Mike. Yeah.
Now King, operating from the gun, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a...
And this is caught, and that could seal it. It's a touchdown. His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Oh, did the Lions get it? Yes, they recover. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
We want it. Come to my
2nd and 2. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, King. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground. Henry. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Lions, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4 and 7. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2 and 9 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.